Hello and welcome to Cheating Exposed. Today's story is Caught My Wife Having an Affair with Her Boss. I recently discovered that my wife of 5 years and partner of 8 years has been having an affair with her boss. We have 2 children together and I'm completely at a loss of what to do. She is military, so we have all of our health care through her. I'm terrified of losing all of our benefits, but I can't forgive what I found on her phone when I went through it. The person she got caught with isn't the only guy she was talking to and flirting with. There were 3 to 4 other men on her phone I found her flirting with. I know she deletes her messages, so there is more than I have been able to find. When I confronted her, she said she was going to kill herself and is now in a psychiatric facility for 2 weeks, and I'm alone with the kids, trying to handle everything on my own. I'm currently a full-time student and have been struggling with getting my assignments in on time and taking care of everything else. She keeps saying she is sorry and doesn't want to live without me, but I know she is still lying to me about things she doesn't know I have proof of. I'm just spiraling all over the place and haven't had a chance to process everything since confronting her last week, since I've been taking care of the kids. I don't know what to do. A voice in my head just keeps telling me I never should have confronted her. Another keeps telling me I should just try to move on. And another is telling me I can never forgive someone who hurt me like this. I don't know what to do, and I just need support or advice. I want to be strong enough to leave, but I'm so afraid. Before my wife had checked into the psychiatric hospital, we had talked about doing things amicably and even going to counseling to try and save our marriage. She was released this week on Wednesday, but had, for the week prior, gone radio silent. No calls to check on the kids, no calls to check on me, or anything else. When she finally did call, it was a brief 2-minute phone call where she asked if she got anything in the mail, and when I said no, she hung up. That, for me, was what finally set me over the edge. I just kept thinking, I'm out here trying to take care of all our bills, watch where I'm spending money, cut back on non-essentials, get the kids to their extracurricular activities, and figure out how I'm going to survive, because I was the full-time student, stay-at-home parent. Meanwhile, she is just doing whatever, and her boss is down the street, just cozy in bed, not worried about what they did to my children's and my own lives. So I contacted my attorney and told him to start the paperwork. I wanted primary custody, child support, and the house. He told me I had an extremely strong case, and after a nice retainer of $10,000, I started down the divorce road. When my wife was released from the hospital, she came back to the house, and we had a long talk about our relationship and moving forward. I told her if she was serious about reconciling, then she needed to prove to me she was willing to put some skin in the game. From all accounts I've heard, she was planning on screwing me in divorce court in a couple of months if she hadn't been caught, and running off with this guy. I let her know I was told as much, and told her, from my perspective, you were planning on hurting me as much as you could, but the dice didn't roll in your favor, and now you are looking for the security because you are in serious trouble. I told her to find an apartment. We've got 60 days until the divorce is finalized in our state. I'm open to marriage counseling someday, but right now I need to protect myself so I can be the best dad possible. If she really wanted to fix this, she needed to show she wasn't still out to destroy me. I need space to heal. Maybe therapy can help me deal with things down the road, maybe even help us, but not now. Because I know she's still hiding things, still lying. And the worst part is, I was there for her. I held her hand when she needed infusions at the hospital. I carried her to bed when the pain was too much. And none of that mattered to her. She still chose this path. And now she's facing the consequences. Her family came out to help her after she got out of the hospital. They're fully on her side. Maybe she lied to them. Or maybe their whole family just doesn't care about right or wrong. When the process server handed her the divorce papers, she tried to take the kids. I stopped her. Her family tried to make me the bad guy, said I was messed up for doing this. But I told them, I have the right to respond to betrayal how I choose. She took almost everything of hers from the house and left last night. I haven't heard a word since. I'm writing this now while my kids play with their toys in the other room. I've turned in all my assignments. Still holding a 4.0 GPA. Laundry's almost done. Dishes are drying. Dinner's already prepped. I've made every practice for the kids in the last 2 weeks. The house is clean. I even took a night to myself last Friday. I don't know who will read this, but I just want to say, it can be done. I have no idea how I'll make it moving forward. But I will. To all the kind people who messaged me, who gave me their time when I was angry, lost, and depressed, thank you. This community gave me the strength to stop settling for a life of quiet misery. A life with someone who didn't love me, only what I could provide. This isn't over. But I'll post more when I can, so maybe someone else going through this will find it and see that even if it hurts now, things can be okay. I'll leave you with the best advice I've gotten these last few weeks. You're not in love with her. You're in love with the lie she showed you to get what she wanted. Take the time to grieve. The person you thought you knew is gone, and it's okay to not be okay about that. Better to face the poison today on your own terms than let it slowly kill you for the rest of your life. Update. A few days after my last post, my STBXW finally reached out. She wanted to spend time with the kids. But she didn't plan it out. It was last minute, just an hour before their bedtime. I told her I wasn't comfortable with that and we could talk in the morning. She replied, "So you're withholding the children from me, am I understanding that right?" That word, withholding, set off alarms. It was deliberate. A legal trap. I saw it plain as day. So I agreed, under one condition, she'd return the kids in 2 days, and her visiting family would be there supervising. We got it in writing. I used those 2 days to rest. For the first time since D-Day, I slept. I breathed. For a moment, things were quiet. The next morning, she came by to pick up some things for the kids. And she was her. The woman I married. For a few minutes, it was like nothing had happened. That illusion, her familiar voice, the way she moved, the kindness in her face, broke me. I collapsed into a panic attack right there in the entryway. She knelt down, held me, and told me everything was going to be okay. That she still loved me. That somehow, it would all work out. Then she kissed me. One last time. And left. But when the agreed time came to return the kids, she didn't show. An hour before the handoff, she texted me. Said she wasn't bringing them back. I called her again and again. She finally answered once, said you're not getting them back, and hung up. It was a weekend. Late afternoon. I couldn't reach my attorney. His secretary, bless her, called me from her personal number. Told me to get everything in writing and hang tight for our court date, which was just a few days away. What followed was one of the worst weekends of my life. Panic attacks. Constant. Sleep? None. Food? Barely. I just held on. I kept thinking of that old sailor's phrase, hold fast. That's what I did. I gripped onto whatever pieces of myself were left and rode out the storm. When the court date came, I was nervous, more than I'd ever been. By then, I knew my STBXW had been lying about me. She turned the neighbors we used to chat with against me. People who once waved or stopped by wouldn't even make eye contact anymore. I felt isolated. But I showed up an hour early with my lawyer. We went over our plan. She and her attorney showed up 5 minutes before the hearing. Their strategy was clear, paint me as the bad guy. They said I was controlling. That I screamed at her for days. That I manipulated her into a psych ward. That I was the reason she was depressed. My lawyer let them talk. Then he played one of the recordings I had. It was the conversation where she said she wanted to end her life. I had started recording before I walked into the house that day. I didn't know what I was walking into, and I needed to protect myself. In the recording, she admitted I was the better parent. That I stopped her from lashing out at the kids. That she'd been abusive to me for a long time. That therapy wasn't helping her. That she didn't know how to control herself. The mood in the room shifted fast. Her lawyer went from smug to unsure. Then I told the judge she had been withholding the kids from me for a week, directly violating our court order. That was enough. We struck a deal. I'm now the primary custodian of my children. She pays $450 per month in child support. She's limited to supervised visits and must share her GPS location whenever she has the kids. Getting my children back was a relief like I've never known. I've been deployed before, sitting in hardened shelters waiting for the all-clear after incoming rocket warnings. Nothing compares to the relief I felt that morning in court. We were barely holding it together while she was gone. Child support finally gave us room to breathe. Now, we wait for mediation to divide our assets and end this for good. For those wondering what happened to her and her AP in the military, there's not much to report. The charges were dropped. He's retiring in under 50 days. After she said she wanted to kill herself, I think the military viewed her more as a victim than a willing participant. He quietly lost his command, and they've swept the rest under the rug. Am I angry? I thought I would be. But I'm not. I got the only two people that mattered, my kids. She can have everyone else. I still get angry sometimes thinking about how they'll both walk away with no consequences after what they did to my kids. But I can't live in that anger. I don't have time. I need to be the parent my kids deserve. That's my focus now. It's hard. Most days are a grind. But I feel a little more calm, a little more steady every day. And strangely, I've met some great people, both online and where I live. People who've shown me kindness, who've helped me through the worst of this. They've given me hope. I'm not someone who gives up. I still believe in love. I gave everything to my marriage, and I know I'll find someone one day who can give that back equally. I've walked through hell. And I've learned. I'll have better boundaries. I'll speak up for myself. I won't settle for crumbs. This weekend is her first scheduled custody time since she violated the original court order. I'm not sure what to do with myself. I've been a single parent for a month and a half, non-stop. But tomorrow, I think I'll go to the gym. Maybe go kayaking for a bit. There's peace in the freedom of the future. Well, folks, that's all. Thank you all for listening. Please like, comment, and share the video if you enjoyed it. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you will be notified when we upload the next video. Take care.